Hello Math 2 students, the purpose of this video is to help you with 4 constructions. The first construction is constructing an angle bisector. The second construction is constructing a perpendicular bisector. The third construction is to construct a segment congruent to a given segment. And the last construction in this video is how to construct an angle that's congruent to a given angle. Our mathematician will be attempting to construct the bisector of an angle. Don't forget to write these examples in your notes. As you can see, he's aligned the pivot point with the vertex of the angle, and he's swung an arc, cutting off 2 congruent segments intersecting both sides of the angle. It looks like he's going for one of those points of intersection formed by the arc and the angle side, and he's making another arc on the interior of the angle. Oh, now it looks like he's going for that second point of intersection, and he's swinging another arc on the interior of the angle. That has formed an X. Now our mathematician is aligning his straight edge. It's aligned with the vertex and right through the point of intersection where the X was made. He's drawing a ray, and yes, that ray does cut the angle exactly in half. That is our angle bisector. We are now looking at 2 congruent angles. Our mathematician will attempt to construct a perpendicular bisector of a line segment. Oh, now wait, that was a mark on the paper without using the compass. Oh, he's just estimating halfway so that he can make sure that his radius is over halfway. Now he swung that arc from one endpoint of the line segment, and it looks like he's going to do it from the other. Oh, now there's 2 points of intersection, one above the line and one below. It looks like he's aligning his straight edge, and yes, he has completed it. That line is perpendicular to the original segment, and it cuts that segment exactly in half. A perfect 10. Our mathematician will now attempt to construct a line segment congruent to the given line segment. Oh no, that is much too long. How will he ever come up with a congruent segment starting that way? He's placing the pivot point at one end of the original segment and aligning the pencil hole with the other end point of the original segment. Now he's locked in that radius on his compass. He goes to his first line and swings an arc. Oh my goodness, he's done it! From that arc that he just made to the end point on the left is the exact same distance as the original. Now our mathematician will attempt to construct an angle congruent to the given angle. He's starting by making a ray on the other side of the paper and now aligns the pivot point with the vertex of the original angle. He's swung an arc, and that arc cuts off 2 congruent segments crossing the sides of the angle twice. Now, without changing the size of the compass, he's done it again. 2 arcs that are just the same. Now he's aligned the pivot point back on the original angle, and he's aligning the pencil hole to the other point of intersection. Now his compass radius matches that distance. On his second angle, he swings an arc, and it looks like he's aligning his straight edge, drawing a ray, and he's done it. Our paper has 2 angles that are exactly the same. They are identical. They are congruent angles. Now it's time to match the symbol with the word. Our first symbol in number 1 is an angle. That symbol replaces the word angle. So that matches up with A. Symbol number 2 looks like an upside down T, and that symbol replaces the word perpendicular. That symbol is used when 2 figures form a 90-degree angle. So that's choice F. For the symbol that looks like an 11 in number 3, that's the symbol that replaces the word parallel. when two lines never intersect but are in the same plane. The next symbol looks like an equal sign with a wiggly on the top, and that is the symbol for congruent. Congruent means you have figures that are identical. That is choice G. The next symbol is a capital A and a capital B with an arrow pointing to the right, and that is the symbol for array. Array is a part of a line that has one endpoint. The next symbol is a capital A and a capital B with arrows both directions, and that is the symbol for a line, choice B, a set of points that extends indefinitely in both directions. And then number 7 looks like a capital A and capital B with a line segment on the top, and that is the symbol for a line segment. So that's the part of a line that has two endpoints, choice E. Make sure that you mark those on the back of your notes so that you can remember them later. For the last thing on your notes, all three pictures below show line AB bisecting a figure. Draw a circle around the figure that shows a perpendicular bisector. So for some reason, students often think that every bisector is a perpendicular bisector. I think because they're confused by the upside down T symbol and the word perpendicular. So if we look at this picture here, we have line AB, and these two arcs are showing this, that it's bisecting the angle, but it is not bisecting it and forming a 90-degree angle. So although AB is a bisector in this example, it's an angle bisector, not a perpendicular bisector. In this example here, we know that these two marks are showing us that AB is going through the midpoint, making the middle to the end the same as the middle to the end. So line AB is a bisector, but if you look at this angle, it does not form a 90-degree angle. So in this example, line AB is not a perpendicular bisector. And in this final picture here, we have line AB. We have the two marks that show that it is going through the midpoint, and from the middle to this end is the same as from the middle to that end. So it is a bisector, but this square is showing us that it is a perpendicular bisector. That is a 90-degree angle. So line AB intersects our given segment at its midpoint and forms a 90-degree angle, making it the perpendicular bisector. I hope this video helped you to understand the four constructions. If I was moving too fast, be sure to use the pause button. Be sure to back up and watch it again. Go one step at a time. Watch one step, press pause, draw it on your paper. Then watch the next step. Then press pause and do it again until you have the construction done.